Good afternoon, Nova Nation. I'm Brendan Garrity, joined with head coach Andy Talley of the Villanova football team. Coach, we really appreciate the time to come out and answer a few questions for VTV. So just to start, being out of the young team this year, what would you say, how would you describe the team this year and overall work ethic and in terms of progression throughout the games?
Well, this has been a rebuilding year for us for sure. Last year, losing some of the great players that we had, we anticipated it would be a rebuilding year. However, it's been more of a rebuilding year than I thought. We've had some early season injuries. We lost Norm White, our great receiver for the year. Our quarterback was hurt for 4 games. And we ended up, kind of struggling from week to week. And everybody in our league right now is pretty good. So we've ended up playing with about 10 true freshmen on our team. But they've worked hard. We haven't been as competitive as we would like to be. But in the end, they've continued to give us their best effort. And, the thing about it is next year we bring back 22 starters. And I think we'll be very, very good. So Nova Nation just has to hang in there a little bit. I know it's been a rough year for us. Given the fact that we were semifinalists last year and the national champions the year before, but we'll be back.
Absolutely, yeah. I know a lot of people are, still supporting the team this year. Looking forward, as you said, to the 20-something returning players next year. In terms of that, you had mentioned tougher competition in your division. All the talk about Big East play and moving conferences, and we see this even in the higher rankings in the Division I schools. What are your thoughts just on the overall idea of the Big East or possibly conference moving in terms of competition and how it would benefit Villanova football?
Well, Villanova is in a holding pattern right now because the Big East is continuing to restructure. And there have been all kinds of models, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think, we've let people know that we want to be a part of the Big East as time goes on. And we're just sort of waiting to see. The Big East is still trying to take teams that are ready-made. It would take us 3 or 4 years to get to the 1A level. And we're really just waiting for them to clear things up, decide what teams are going to get in. And at this point in time, we're trying to do the best that we can do as a member of the CAA.
Yeah, absolutely. And final question, Coach. With 2 games left in the season, obviously one on the road at Massachusetts this weekend, and the big Delaware game next weekend at PPL Park. As a few of your seniors are playing their final games, what are you mentioning to them in terms of their last 2 games as a college football player? And so how are you getting them prepared to face UMass on the road and ultimately the Delaware game, which obviously has a lot of hype playing at PPL Park?
Right. Well, the UMass game, we in fact leave tonight for UMass. Will be a big game for us because we're finally turning the corner, I think, a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. Chris Maloney, our freshman quarterback, is doing a great job, and we're hoping that our defense will step up and give us a game. We're looking to be competitive. I think we have a chance to win the game, and it would be nice to go on the road and beat a team that's on their way to the MAC conference.
Yeah. They've
moved up to 73 scholarships this year, and I know they're excited about moving into the MAC. This is their last year in the CAA. And then the excitement we have at PPL Park, we're hoping that the student body comes out and really supports that game. Right now we've sold 13,000 tickets. The place seats almost 19,000. And it's going to be a tremendous rivalry game and a lot of fun for the students to come down there and enjoy a game day experience in a tremendous stadium. Every seat is a great seat. And watch 2 teams. We've been fortunate to beat Delaware 5 years in a row. So we're hoping that we can finish on a strong note in these last 2 games.
Coach, I want to thank you again for your time. We really appreciate it. Best of luck this weekend, and back to you guys in the studio.